Kilo Delta 2 Echo Juliet.
Roger, Kilo Delta 2 Echo Juliet. And what's the name?
Echo Juliet. And what's the name?
Name is Winston. Winston, over.
Roger. Okay, Winston. And what's your location, sir?
Okay, Winston. And what's your location, sir?
Located in Newark, New York. Newark, New York, which is about 30 miles from Rochester, New York, over.
Roger, so you're actually in Two-Land, is that a Roger?
Roger, so you're actually in Two-Land, is that a Roger?
Correct. Correct. Kilo Delta 2 Echo Japan.
Roger, Roger. And Winston, what radio are you running today, sir?
And Winston, what radio are you running today, sir?
Right now I'm on a Pro 2, the 756 Pro 2. And with the 30, no, I got the other amplifier, the Clipperton L amplifier. Go ahead.
Ah, roger that, roger that. Well, if you might be interested in a setup procedure, it starts with engaging the compressor at just a token amount at a 3, something you'll never hear on the air, but it helps us achieve our 3 dB dynamic range at the end of the setup, Roger.
3 dB dynamic range at the end of the setup, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, that's about where I have it placed right now. How do you find the audio? And then I like to switch microphones. It'll take a second. And see which one you prefer there. Go ahead.
Well, let's go on setup on this one right now. You want to get maximize this one, and then we'll listen to that other one. So after we get our compressor engaged at a 3, and we need to go to our ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, so you can get that ALC meter up to reflect what it's actually doing. With your mic gain control, adjust it to where your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3, Roger?
ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3, Roger?
Right, that's exactly where it is right now. That's exactly where it is. Go ahead.
Roger that, roger that. And now, if you would, maybe give me about 10 seconds or so and tell me about your antenna system, and let me look at your overall audio.
About your antenna system, and let me look at your overall audio.
Okay, we're running, like I said, the Pro 2, 756 Pro 2. The antenna is a multi-band dipole up at about 40 feet. And running it direct right now. I also have an electronics mixer here. A tuner whenever I need. But right now it's running direct with about a 1.5 SWR. Go ahead.
Alrighty, Winston, your audio curve seems to be mostly top end, has very little bottom end. If you would be interested in a fuller curve, I would go to what kind of EQ does that radio have?
What kind of EQ does that radio have?
I'm sorry, what kind of what?
What kind of equalization does that radio have? Is it a 3-band, a 8-band, or what?
Does that radio have? Is it a 3-band, a 8-band, or what?
I believe it's a 3-band, and I do have it running through a mixer here. So I do have the capability of adjusting the lows and highs there. Go ahead.
Roger. Well, it looks like you don't have much content past 300 cycles on the bottom side. It's all mainly gone by 300 cycles. So if you want to crank in a little bit more on the bottom end, I would, come up 2 clicks or so on the bass part of the EQ, and we'll see where that takes us.
Part of the EQ, and we'll see where that takes us.
Okay, I went up a bit on the bass response there. Let's see how you copy right now. Okay, go ahead.
All right, you did advance your baseline by a couple of clicks, Roger?
All right, you did advance your baseline by a couple of clicks, Roger?
Yeah, Roger.
All right, give me 2 more. And I'm thinking that you're EQing there somewhere around 100, 150 cycles. Is that correct?
Around 100, 150 cycles. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I'll give you a little more on the lower end. I'm going up a little bit there. Go ahead. KD2EJ.
All right, need just a little bit more audio. Maybe, why don't you tell me what you like best about your radio? Give me about 15 seconds and tell me what you like best about your radio.
Give me about 15 seconds and tell me what you like best about your radio.
Oh, this is one of the 3 or 4 radios I've got here. And I do enjoy the rig. It's fairly easy to manipulate and not too difficult on the menus. I'm using right now a Blue microphone, and I also have a headset here, a couple of headsets with mics connected there. And let's see how it sounds. I'm listening to myself, and it sounds good to my ear, but that doesn't mean that it sounds great at the other end. Go ahead.
Roger, about how far are you off are running? How far away from the mic are you speaking, sir?
We're running. How far away from the mic are you speaking, sir?
About 5 inches. Go ahead.
Roger, close that in, if you would, just for an experiment, to about 3 inches. I think I'm hearing some room echo or something. It doesn't have quite the presence that, come a little bit closer and let me hear you that way.
Come a little bit closer and let me hear you that way.
Yeah, okay, here we go. This is about 3 inches away from the mic. Let's see if that's any better. I do have a buffing filter in front of the mic here. So I'm about 3 inches away at this moment. Okay, go ahead.
Roger, you're about 3 dB over my noise level, 3 or 4, not much. So I could tell better, if we had a better signal. Let's see. I'm on the Georgia SDR. Usually I'm on Milford. So let's see. You're in New York. So maybe give me some more of your voice on the subject of your choice, Roger.
On the subject of your choice, Roger.
Roger. Well, this time is 5.9. And my system is copying you at all. Great. I don't have any difficulties copying you at all. So that's the situation. Been having some problems here with my 3001 amplifier and also the relay situation. Between my rig and the Clipperton Town. I'm running it through AIRCHECK 704, which is the little box that you use between the rig and the amplifier. But I'm still having a little bit of a problem with the relay there.
Roger, Winston, I'm not sure that you might check another look at your ALC. It just doesn't seem like it's maybe fat as it should be. Bring that ALC up, and as you speak to me, just bring it up so you can look at it. And we're looking to run that thing at mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 on the ALC. So as you come back to me, just be looking at your ALC and see where we are there, Roger?
Just be looking at your ALC and see where we are there, Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, the ALC is a little bit down now. Let me give you a little, right there is about 2/3, about 3/4 of the way up on the scale here. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, Winston. Now, see, that made a big difference, bud. That made a tremendous difference in your signal. I felt like sometimes you were hitting peaks that were, much harder than what you would have if you had been at 2/3 to, mid-scale to 2/3 already. So I think you now have found mid-scale to 2/3, Roger?
Mid-scale to 2/3, Roger?
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, I'm listening to myself, and it sounds pretty good there. Very good. Appreciate the check. I'd like to just do a quick check on the other mic there, go.
Alrighty, go ahead. I wish we could do this really quick so we could the thing is, when you do an A/B test, you try to catch the same wind as the one to the other. That is, within a couple of seconds of one to the other, so you can actually catch the propagation exactly as best one can. When you have a great time spans between, plugging in one mic and the other mic, it's sometimes hard to evaluate the A/B situation, Roger.
Situation, Roger?
Yeah, Roger, on the mixer, so I can swing right away. Here we go. I got the other mic up here, and this is the other mic, and I'll go back to the original mic that we had. This is the original mic, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the second microphone there. Go ahead. KC9VKV.
Roger, Winston. The second mic is a lot thinner on the bottom side versus the other, but we did crank in some additional EQ on the first mic on the bottom side, so that could be the difference between them, Roger.
First mic on the bottom side, so that could be the difference between them, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, I can hear the difference on the monitor here. And this gives me a little bit more kick, for sure. This is a KOS, a KOSN, and it's a boom mic, rather a headphone microphone. And that's what I'm running right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Are you interested in using your headset mic as a normal operating situation?
Your headset mic as a normal operating situation?
Yeah, this is what I normally use. It's just a bit more comfortable than the boom mic. So I normally use this one. It sounds a little bit thinner also. In other words, more highs than the boom microphone. There you go.
That's right. So you could crank in a little more on the bottom side if you wanted to. You could crank in maybe 3 clicks at 100 cycles or so.
Maybe 3 clicks at 100 cycles or so.
All right, here we go. This is a little bit more on the bottom end there. Let's see how that if that made a difference there. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's much nicer sounding, much broader than where you were, Roger.
Much nicer sounding. Well, much broader than where you were, Roger.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, fine. That's excellent. I appreciate the check, and there may be other stations that are waiting to do the same thing. So I can see that it's sounding good on this end. Thanks very much. Is that Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor?
Exactly. KC9VKV, this is the QSO-VLOG net. We run every Friday afternoon from 3:30 till 5, recording all the way, and then we post it up on YouTube. So if you want to hear what your radio sounds like, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV followed by the word logbook, this will be the first recording of 1950 QSO-VLOG recording. So you go to YouTube and do a KC9VKV logbook search, and we will be in cut number 1 on that list, and we'll have it posted by noon tomorrow, Roger.
List, and we'll have it posted by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Ah, very good. Excellent. Okay, what rig are you running there, Robert?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry?
What radio are you running?
This is an older radio. This is a Yaesu FT990, pretty highly modified, down to 100 cycles on the bottom side to transmit receive, Roger.
To 100 cycles on the bottom side to transmit receive, Roger.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I just got rid of a 950, which I have for a few years. I love that radio. Really did a nice job for me. And I just added a 7300 on mine here. But I have that on standby. I'm not using that at the moment. I'm using the Pro 2. Thank you so much for the check. I appreciate it. Have a good afternoon there. KC9VKV, Kilo Delta 2 Echo Japan.
Roger, Winston, and so you're currently running a 756 Pro 2, is that Roger?
Echo 1 Delta X-ray. 756 Pro 2, is that Roger?
QSO, that's correct.
Roger, Winston, 73, sir. You have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.